Okay, good morning. So it is time to watch the rest of Hoss and the Leprechauns. Today I have the last of my country gravy. I still have some biscuits left over, but that's all the gravy. And by the time you've heated this up 3 or 4 times, it starts to not look quite so good. But I guarantee you it tastes good. And I've got some scrambled eggs as well. All right, we're gonna have a good breakfast and we'll be taking off here in about 20 minutes to go for our walk and walk my breakfast off. So I do have the factory wind protector thing on the camera because I was already outside this morning showing some pretty blustery wind, some really heavy wind. So I'm gonna keep it on there because it might be windy on my walk. So anyway, let's get going. Let's get to watching this and see what's going to happen. Let's turn the camera over to here and let's lower it down because I got it way too high. There we go. All right, the continuation, the final of Hoss and the Leprechauns. See what's going to happen.
All right, boys, let's get them.
Scrambled eggs and biscuits and gravy just very much seem to go together. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna miss not having gravy again. I could make another batch, but I don't know that I will. I probably should not, since it is so fattening, unhealthy. Well, they're just going to town. Yeah, the gravy is still very, very delicious. The more you heat it up, the thicker it gets. So to thin it back down, you just add some milk. But I didn't do that, because I don't mind it nice and thick.
Okay, we give up.
Don't you trust him, Paul. Must tie him up.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary, gentlemen. I'll take over from here. Timothy, how are you?
Hello, McCarthy.
Will you kindly explain what this is about?
Why, I'd be delighted to. Gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you McCarthy's Leprechauns. They sing, they dance, and as you've seen, they're daring and accomplished acrobats. They have performed before all the crowned heads of Europe. They're the toast of 2 continents.
Of course, it's a carnival type thing.
You in a show?
Oh, and I,
Carnival situation, sideshow, whatever.
They were, well, a little annoyed because they thought that you were going to steal their gold. Again.
Now, just a minute. Just a minute now. What was the point of filling everybody's heads with all those wild stories about leprechauns and buried treasure?
It was merely trying to help the lads. After all, I didn't know that they'd come by the gold legally. The last time I had seen them was in Kansas, where our show was disbanded because of financial difficulties.
Yeah, and you cheated us out of all our savings, the money we were going to buy the farm with. And our families are still back east waiting for us to send for them. That's why we began panning for gold. We were broke.
Oh, come on, Timothy, after all, everything has turned out fine, hasn't it? And with the gold from our little... your little prize here, we can fashion...
That guy is a shyster.
...magnificent show this world has ever seen. And think of it, lads, just think of it. You're going to be the stars.
Hold on there, McCarthy. There's something I think you ought to know. You're on Ponderosa land.
I don't think I quite understand.
Well, let me explain. You see, the gold that your little friends here have been panning, they banned on our land. So the gold isn't theirs or yours.
We didn't know that. Honest, we didn't. We thought it was open land.
And now this is a different different complexion of things altogether. That's why we'll have to attack this problem from another angle.
Yep.
Gentlemen?
Like that. Who didn't see that
All
coming?
right now, lads. Since we've got the gold, let's be off.
No, McCarthy. We won't steal for you. The gold belongs to these people, not us.
Come on now, Timothy. After all, you've only got one of two choices. Simple little bit of larceny or bloodshed. And I imagine that you'll choose the former, eh?
Hmm.
Good. I thought you'd see it my way. Gentlemen, would you step over here, please?
Yeah, right. This isn't going to go the way he thinks it is.
Thank you for your hospitality, gentlemen. Thank you. Now it is with a great deal of sorrow that I bid you.
Yep. I couldn't remember what they did, but I knew they did something.
I'm sorry, McCarthy. Don't be too hard on him, mister.
Bring him along.
This is a good breakfast.
Well, Mr. McCarthy, you can thank the Cartwrights here for not bringing charges against you. And once you're on that stagecoach, I want that to be the last time that Virginia City ever sees you.
The old refrain, eh, lads? Mr. House, I understand congratulations are in order, huh? All the gold goes to you, I'm told. As the old saying has it, them that has gets.
Oh, I'm afraid not this time, Mr. McCarthy. We figured on giving the gold back to these fellas.
You what?
Yeah, we figured that they got more of a right to it than we have.
But I'd like to hear how you decided that.
Well, Roy, where'd that gold come from in the first place? Up in the high mountains, right? Now, they ain't on the Ponderosa. I figure if these fellers hadn't found that gold out, it'd have gone right on out to sea and nobody'd have benefited from it.
But they were standing on your land while I was doing the panning.
That don't make no difference, Roy. That gold never did belong to the Ponderosa in the first place. I figure it was just sort of passing through.
What a charming idea.
Hoss, by all legal rights.
Roy, I think what Hoss is trying to say is that regardless of who has a right to the gold, he feels that the gold should go to where there's the most need for it. And this way, that gold will help 5 new families get started on a new life.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
The only thing I wanted to do in the first place was just prove that I didn't dream you little fellers up.
I don't suppose that you gentlemen would like to come along with me, eh?
No, Professor, I'm sorry. We just don't want to be performers.
I didn't suppose you would.
We just don't like being laughed at all the time.
Laughed at? Well, now listen to me, lads, listen. None of us in the show ever laughed at you. But those people outside there, they'll laugh at you. Well, it's a very beautiful dream you have, settling down with your loved ones, farming your own land, leading normal lives. The only question is, will they let you?
Stagecoach is here, Mr. McCarthy. Let's go.
All right.
Hi, folks. Excuse me, please.
There they are. What are they? They're the funniest little critters I ever did see.
Maybe the professor's right. Maybe we shouldn't try to live out among other people. Maybe we just don't belong.
Now, wait a minute. Just hold your horses now.
That was a good
Those
breakfast.
folks short out there. Don't you see? You're making the same mistake they're making. You're judging them before you even know them. Now, come on. You're going to go out there and meet these folks right now. Come on. Folks, I'd like to I got something I want to say to you. Concerns every one of you that wants to hear it. Hold up. Now, folks, I know that because all of you turned out and are raising such a ruckus over our newcomers, that you're just chomping at the bits to meet them, ain't you?
Hey, Hoss, be careful you don't step on one of them little fellers. You might squash him.
Charlie, you be careful you don't get stepped on a little bit. Now, folks, I know that none of you would purposely or mean to hurt anybody's feelings. Timothy here and the others feel like that they ain't welcome here. They think you're making fun of them, but you don't want them around. Of course, you noticed that they're different from you. They're a whole lot littler. Well, there's a funny thing. You see, I noticed the same thing about you. Now, these fellas are here for the same reason most of us are. That's to help settle our town, make it grow. Raise their families, plan on building their homes here, working their crops, being good neighbors. Now, in the past, we've always welcomed folks like that. And I don't see no reason we should treat these fellas any different. You, Mr. Lucas, you're the banker. You ought to be happy to see new investors in the town. Their money is just as big as mine. And you, Darrell Gillespie, it ought to tickle you to death to find prospective buyers for that bottom land you've been trying to sell. And that ain't all. They're gonna need tools to work that land with and to build their homes. We got 5 brand new families here in Virginia City. It's gonna raise their young'uns. They're gonna buy clothes and buy food and get haircuts and get their teeth fixed, buying seeds and supporting the church. I figure every one of us is gonna benefit from their being here. I think we ought to give them a great big rousing Virginia City welcome.
Shucks, Hawk. We wasn't making any more fun of them than we do of you for being so big.
Dorsal's right, Hoss. I reckon they're as welcome here as any of us. Probably more welcome than some of us.
There must be something in the air.
Yep, something real nice.
We're going over to the Gold Lily, and we're going to have a toast to our little friend.
Wait! Don't forget our friend Hoss.
Hey, fellas, wait a minute, fellas.
There ain't enough of us, Hoss. Come along on your own power.
Alrighty, a kind of a silly episode, but still not too bad. The credits, I really don't recognize any of those names of Sean McClory. He's the bad guy, of course, and Ray Teal is Sheriff Coffee, and these are the other guys. So, anyway, not too bad. So, I am going to get ready and take off for my hike. It was a good breakfast. I need to go walk it off now. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.